Hi, welcome to Soulful Pathways, and I'm Janine. Today's yoga sequence is going to be for those who have osteoporosis. I've had a lot of requests recently to put a sequence together, so I hope you enjoy it. It's one of those silent diseases that creeps up as we age. So all of us can benefit from this yoga sequence. Come onto your mat. Find a comfortable seat. I encourage you to have a strap today and maybe a couple blocks. Cross-legged seated pose if you're able to. Hands come onto your knees or onto your lap. I like to have one hand on top of the other, but you might like to have your hands on your lap, palms up. And just close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. And as you come into your Ujjayi breath, I'm just going to give you some do's and don'ts if you do struggle with this silent disease, osteoporosis. So one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to have a neutral spine from now on. When you come into cat and cow pose, you don't want to have a rounded spine anymore, a neutral spine. And we'll be doing a lot of weight bearing in this sequence, so you might notice that we'll be doing some weight bearing. And weight bearing builds muscle around those bones to find strength within our bodies. We'll be doing some gentle back bends. We'll be doing some gentle twists. So no more overdoing it. Balancing and moving slowly. Those are key. Taking a full breath in and a complete breath out. A full breath in and a complete breath out. We're going to start with some weight bearing. So slide your hands behind you. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. You're going to slide your hands back behind you, flatten out your hands. Your hands can be pointing towards your body or away from your body, your choice. And begin to drop down and then press up. Full breath in. And a complete breath out, just bending your elbows slightly and lifting and lowering. And then all the way up to a very long spine and a very gentle twist. Inhale to come forward and exhale to twist. Inhale forward and exhale, twist. Inhale forward. Two more. So you'll notice that we're moving slowly so that you can really begin to focus on your awareness of where you are, your spatial awareness. And then come all the way out of the pose and into your tabletop pose. Hands are on the floor, nice strong arms, and you're going to lift one hand, get very strong in your core, flatten out your backside, And you're going to lift one hand and just bring it out to the side and place it down. Same thing on the other side. You're looking down at your mat. You're lifting that arm to the side and bringing it down. Lifting it out to the side and bring it down. And when you bring your hand down to your mat, bring awareness and push into your hand. Push into your hand. And then pause and bring one arm out in front and then bring it to your waist. And one arm out in front and then bring your hand to your waist. Open up your hand wide, make a fist and pull it in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. 1, 2. And then right over to the other side. Very strong arm. Push into that hand, an active hand. Reach out and draw it in. One more. Hands to the floor. And a slight little cat and cow pose. Very slight to just wake up your spine. And then slide your hands to your knees for a gentle camel pose. Arms up over your head. Reach your arms up and stretch. Push down into your knees. Lengthen up a little bit more. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhaling and exhaling. Curl your toes. Bring your hands to your lower back. And slightly look up. Very gentle back bend. Stay in your camel pose for one more breath. And slowly come out of the pose, dropping your hands to your sides, sliding your hands down towards the floor on one side, not going too far. Side to side stretch. And then bring your arm up over your head, side stretch. One more on each side, side stretch. And then bring your hands down by your side, and we're going to step our right foot forward. Keep that left knee on the floor. I'm just fixing my hair, getting it out of the way. Fingertips on either side of that right foot. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Bring that right knee back, right foot back. Come into a slight little cat and cow. 1, 2, slide your hands to your knees and up right into camel pose. Hands come to your lower back. You curl your toes under. You slightly look up. Drop your hands to your sides and side stretch. One more. Left foot forward, lunge. Fingertips on either side. Make sure that your knee is right over your ankle. Bring that left knee back. Hands firmly on the ground, downward facing dog stretch. To plank pose. Your plank pose may be classical. Your plank pose may be knees on the ground. Nice strong backside, strong arms, weight bearing. One more breath. Lower your knees all the way down onto the floor. Hands come behind your backside and lift. Exhale down. 3 more just like that. Your hands are down by your sides. Your palms are facing up. Lift and lower. Breathe into it. This time hold. Strengthen your back. And release. Make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead. One more breath. Place your hands right beside your shoulders for cobra pose. Roll your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades. Slightly look up, strengthening your back, pushing down into your hips. Strong hands, weight bearing. And then slowly come up to a neutral tabletop pose. Look over your left shoulder. Give yourself a little bit of a twist. Look over your right shoulder, a little bit of a twist. And then curl your toes under, bring your hands towards your knees, and slowly begin to stand your body up. Slowly coming all the way up. Palms face forward, mountain pose, pressing down into your feet. Letting your shoulders squeeze in the back very, very slightly. Full breath in and out. One more breath. We're going to come into a little bit of a flow. So step to the front of your mat. Press down into the pads of your feet and your heels. Lean into your left foot and your right leg lifts. Place that foot on the floor, lifting your opposite foot. Lift. You're going to bring that left foot back, placing it on the floor, placing both feet firmly on the floor. Right knee is bent, left leg is long, and draw yourself into your warrior two pose. Long arms. Right hand to your thigh, and your left arm comes up and over for side angle pose. Right back into your warrior two, long arms. Straighten out your right leg and come into triangle pose. Warrior two. Take a full breath in. Turn your right foot to the front of towards the side of your mat, and turn your left foot to the back side of your mat. We'll begin again. Warrior two. To side angle. Make sure that your feet are firmly on the ground. Back into your warrior two. And triangle. Straighten out your front leg and reach into your triangle. Warrior two. So weight bearing. Gentle twists. Bring your right hand up over your head. Come to your mat. Step back with your left foot. Downward facing dog. Knees to the floor. And a very long child's pose. Long arm child's pose. So you'll notice that your backside is not as rounded. And then walk your hands to your knees. Sit your bottom down onto your mat. Lie yourself all the way down onto your mat. Grab onto your strap. Strap is going to be around your right foot. Arms are long, leg is long, and draw it in. Right leg slightly over to the right. Left hip stays on your mat. Right leg slightly over to the left. My right hip stays on my mat. And switch your feet. Draw your left leg in. Arms are long. Stay with a very long, slow breath in and out. Left leg over to the left. My right hip stays on my mat. My left leg heads over to the right, just slightly. My left hip stays on my mat. And then take your strap away, bring it to your side, lengthen out both legs, lengthen out your arms down by your sides, and find your way into Savasana pose. Stay in Savasana pose for a few more breaths. And I'm going to remind you, as we began, you want to have a neutral spine in mountain pose, a neutral spine in low lunge, a neutral spine in plank. You want weight-bearing legs and weight-bearing arms. You want gentle back bends like we did with Cobra today. You want gentle side bends and gentle twists. And you want to move slowly. You want to articulate each and every pose. The slower the movement, the more you're going to be intentional and paying attention. You want to balance and find stability. You can roll yourself over and you can join me as I say Namaste. Roll yourself over, press yourself up into a comfortable seated pose. Blessings, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. Look for other YouTube videos that I post. And welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Namaste.